I also want to get your opinion on this AJ Fury saga. Obviously, with the news of the Queen breaking out, I think it all kind of went quiet. But on that day, I think the Thursday, Frank Warren gave Matchroom and Eddie 24 hours to accept a deal, which, speaking to people, is quite unrealistic for a fight of that magnitude. But yeah, because you normally get rumors and gossip.
I've heard that the talks are actually going very well.
Wow.
Between both teams. I've heard the talks are actually going really well. I think from AJ's side, from what I know, they don't believe. They think it's basically a bluff from Team Fury, and they believe that it's a smokescreen to lure Usyk out to fight him in December. So we'll see what happens. But as much as I want to see the undisputed fight, I would much rather see Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua.
You said that you've heard the talks are going really well, so you obviously know something. Could you tell us a little bit?
I said well. They're going well.
That's good. That's better than no talks.
Yeah.
Do you think it will get made? What's your gut feeling?
I don't want to put out false information, but all I know is that both teams are talking, and talks are going well.
And those are the words of Sam Smith as he pops the lid on inside information regarding Tyson Fury taking on Anthony Joshua for the WBC. And let me counterpunch. As you guys heard him say, he knows both sides. He knows they're still talking. I'm assuming that the death of the Queen, God bless the dead, put a halt or a temporary halt to any buzz talk after that, because I think after that happened, that took everybody by surprise. Therefore, everybody went on a temporary mute. Okay? And I think because of that, we stopped hearing anything. We haven't heard anything since the Queen died. So it's good and it's refreshing to hear Sam Jones talk about what they're talking about, or that they're talking at all, that they're still talking, that there's still progress, that there's still potential, that there's still hope. They are still talking and it's going well. How you like those apples? So it may be a thing where, sometimes a fight has to go underground until it resurfaces in a more positive light. And things go behind the scenes are always more powerful than what comes out in the light. Okay, normally. Normally these fights, we stop hearing about them, then all of a sudden, boom, they're here. And then you're like, wow, when did this happen? I had no idea. I had no fair warning. Because a lot of times, surprise is better than being tipped off, right? And according to Sam Jones, they're still talking. Anthony Joshua, Team Joshua, has agreed to the rematch clause. Now, I'm not sure if that's the same rematch clause that they were arguing with before, because if you guys didn't know, the two problems was the date and the split on the second fight. So if the split was, if Joshua happened to beat Tyson Fury, it should be reversed 60-40 in favor of Joshua. But I think Fury's team wanted 50-50 if that happened, which I think that's nitpicky. I would agree with Team Joshua if they won. What does that mean? That means that Joshua has beaten the guy that's regarded as the best fighter in the world, and he's already, coming to the table off two losses at 40% split. So if he's able to do that, that's actually a redeemable commodity on the behalf of Team Joshua. And I wouldn't, if I'm Tyson Fury, why would I have a problem with taking 40%? I just took a L from this guy that I thought that I was going to run through, because that guy got beat by a blown up middleweight. So I would go for Team Fury. I would go for Team Joshua rather, and favor them to get the 60-40 split on the back end on the next fight, because that is a hell of an accomplishment, because Tyson Fury is the best fighter that ever laced up some gloves. Counterpunch. So, if that's what he agreed about, let it happen. And then that lets you know that this fight wants to be made more on both sides, or definitely by side Joshua, than everyone imagined. Okay. Now, the interesting thing that sticks out I want to talk to you guys about is Team Joshua thinks it's a smokescreen to pull out Alexander Usyk. Well, I don't think Usyk's going to budge on anything. I think he's doing whatever he wants to do right now. I think he's spending time with his family. You know, we just heard of him playing a basketball charity event. A lot of people criticize him to be injured. You know, I scratch my head on that. But then again, you know, it's an event, so who knows? You know, but he did say he wanted to spend time with his family too. So I don't know if this is going to lure him out, you know, of so, you know, he would come up and pick up, because what happens, the counterpunch on that is, if he doesn't want to fight Usyk, or Usyk doesn't want to fight right now and he wants to take on Joshua for 2 fights, well, that means that Deontay Wilder is trying to do exactly what Tyson Fury's trying to do with Anthony Joshua or with Team Joshua. They're trying to offer him a better deal since that fight's not available. So if they don't want to fight Usyk, Deontay Wilder says he would like to. So there's a lot of potential fights in the mix. I want all of them to happen, honestly. But back to the main source, the main story. They're still talking, people, so there's still hope. I'll keep you informed. Shout out to Boxing Media for the interview, by the way. And you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!